Liz doesn't like working at the Stop and Shop?
Well, she says it's not bad, but it's not easy. She always has to compare prices with other stores.
Now, what does it mean to compare? Well, let's learn that keyword. Compare. Compare. When you compare, you look at two or more things to see how they are the same and how they are different.
Right. When you compare, you look at different things and see how they are the same or how they are different.
Hey, Campbell, let's compare our shirts. Let's see how they are the same and how they are different.
Okay, well, both our shirts are blue and white, so we both have the same colors on our shirts.
That's true, but your shirt is different because it has white stripes on it. You have white lines across your shirt.
Right, so we have just compared our shirts. We have the same colors, but my shirt looks different than Andrea's.
That's right. Well, Liz says she has to compare prices with other stores. That means she looks at the price at one store and then looks at the price at the Stop and Shop. She compares them. She sees whose prices are higher and lower and who has better prices.
Right. She wants to try to give her customers the best prices.
Every month, she has to figure out what the prices should be. Let's learn our keyword, figure out. Figure out. When you figure out something, you try to find an answer.
Right. When you try to figure something out, you think about it and you try to find the answer. You try to think about what you should do.
Now, every month, Liz tries to figure out what the prices at the Stop and Shop should be. She's trying to understand what they should be. She thinks about it and then finds a price.
We can say, I'm lost, but that's okay. I have a map. I can figure out how to get home.
You can say it took Alice a long time to figure out her math homework. Now let's learn more about these things from Thomas.
And it's hard to compete with large discount stores.
It is. I wish I could just have a nice little store with no problems. I don't like worrying about being profitable every month.
That's business, but it's also exciting, right?
It has been, but I've thought about doing something else.
Really? What would you like to do?
This is an interesting conversation. Liz tells Kara that she's thought a lot about doing something else. I wonder what she would like to do.
Well, that's what Kara also wants to know. It's an interesting question to think about. So, Campbell, if you weren't teaching, what do you think you would like to do?
I think I'd like to be an actor in a movie or on Broadway. What about you?
Well, I'd like to be an adventure tour guide.
Interesting. Okay, friends, well, let's learn our keywords from this conversation. Our first keyword is compete. Compete. When you compete, this means that you're trying to be better at something than someone else.
When you compete with someone, you try to be better than them.
We can say Jason competes with his brothers to see who can run the fastest.
Well, in our conversation, Kara says it's hard to compete with large discount stores. Her business is trying to be better than the other big stores.
Right. Her business is competing with large discount stores. Her business is trying to get people to come in and buy things. Now, Kara thinks it's hard to compete with large discount stores. Large discount stores are big stores that are owned by big businesses, and these stores sell things at really low prices.
Now we know that Kara's music store is a small store. So yes, it's a challenge to compete with big stores.
Okay, we found the answer to today's mission in this conversation. What does Liz wish?
What does Liz wish? Liz wishes she could have a nice little store with no problems.
Well, that would be nice. All right, friends, let's learn some more about this from our friend Thomas.
Key words.
Okay, friends, let's review our keywords about profit and loss in business. Our first word is turn the corner. Turn the corner. Bill's hat business has turned the corner. Now he's selling lots of hats.
Profitable. Profitable. That store wasn't profitable, so it closed.
Compare. Compare. Don't compare yourself to others. Just do your best.
Figure out. Figure out. I figured out we need $500 for our trip.
Compete. Compete. I can't compete with Tom. He's too big and strong.
Now let's say them together again. Turn the corner. Turn the corner.
Profitable. Profitable.
Compare. Compare.
Figure out. Figure out.
Compete. Compete.
Hey, thanks for saying those with us. Now, let's review what happened in our lesson.
Thanks for lunch, Kara.
Oh no, thank you, Liz. My music store has really turned the corner.
Really? That's great news.
I'm so thankful for all your help.
You're welcome. I'm really happy for you.
My dream is finally coming true. I have my own business, and it's profitable.
It's also good that you like what you do.
That's true. I love my music store.
It must be fun to do something you love.
It is. Don't you like working at the Stop and Shop?
It's not bad, but it's not easy. I always have to compare prices with other stores.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Every month, I'm figuring out what our prices should be.
Right. You're always asking yourself, are prices too high? What would happen if prices were lower?
Right. It's not fun.
And it's hard to compete with large discount stores.
It is. I wish I could just have a nice little store with no problems. I don't like worrying about being profitable every month.
That's business, but it's also exciting, right?
It has been, but I've thought about doing something else.
Really? What would you like to do?
Movie Minute.
Dear friend, I'm having a wonderful adventure here in Europe. Every place I visit amazes me. How I wish you were here. I spent my first week in Paris. I did a lot of sightseeing. My favorite site was the Louvre. I spent a day at this famous art museum. I saw the most famous painting there, the Mona Lisa. I went to the top of the Eiffel Tower on my last night in the city. I had a beautiful view of the city lights. Then I took a plane to London to meet an old college friend. She is a wonderful tour guide. There are lots of attractions here. I'm writing you this email from an internet cafe in the city. London is famous for Big Ben. It's a tower with a clock on it. It's very easy to get around this city. They call the subway the Tube. Each trip on the Tube is an adventure. England also has so many castles. I hope I get to see some of them. I love dreaming of living in one. The next place on my travel itinerary is Rome. I'm looking forward to eating a lot of delicious food in Italy. I just have to wait for my visa. I've always wanted to travel to Europe. It's a dream come true. Coming to Europe was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I hope you take a trip here too. Get your passport ready. Lots of love.
Calendar phrase.
That's great news.
That's great news.
真是好消息.
I made the basketball team today.
That's great news, son.
The coach said that I am a good player.
That's great news.
He thinks that I will help the team a lot.
That's great news. Let's go buy you some new basketball shoes.
Okay, that's great news.
That's great news.
That's great news.
真是好消息.
I have some great news for you. It's time to practice our question of the day. Our question is, would you like to have your own business? Why or why not?
No, I wouldn't like to have my own business. I think there's still a lot I'd have to figure out about how to run a business.
I think so too. Okay, friends, it's time for you to practice this question. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Let's Talk in English.
On PTS and the radio.
And remember, learning English can be fun. Bye!
Learning English can be fun. Learning's begun. Let's talk in English. Learning to get it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Let's Talk in English on PTS and the radio. My name's Andrea.
And I'm Campbell. And today, our business adventure continues.
Oh, that's great.
Andrea, where is your energy?
I don't know.
Come on, Andrea, this is fun.
I know, Campbell. I'm just kidding. Yes, I am actually excited about this business adventure, thanks to my adventure tour guide.
Thank you. Well, we are so glad that Kara's business has turned the corner. Her dream has finally come true. She owns a store and it's profitable.
Yes, her store is making money. You know, it's great that Kara has someone like Liz to talk to.
That's true. Now get ready. Today we're going to learn why business is really an adventure.
And we'd like you to listen for the answer to today's mission. What does Liz say business is?
What does Liz say